Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. That's right, Todd Jr. is back with a special Thanksgiving edition of the show. Hi, everybody. I am your host, Todd Jr., coming at you live from the studios. I hope you forgive me. I'm in my holiday attire today. Happy Thanksgiving to you all. I am thankful for you, the viewers. I am thankful for this league. I am thankful for this opportunity to talk fantasy football with you folks. And again, yes, I am Todd Jr. Let's get right into it. Looking at this league today, we're going to get right into the matchups. I know you have time, you have turkey to eat, you have pie to eat, you have mashed potatoes, you have green bean casserole to eat. So let's get right into the matchups. First match of the day, Slater and Goldman. That's right, Jordan Allen, 7-4, right in the thick of the playoff hunt, going against Team Suck, which of course is Brett Kohler's team, 4-7, a dramatic losing streak to end the season. Probably going to be one of the easier victories for Jordan Allen this season, and I'll explain to you why. First, Tom Brady going against Kansas City, who was shredded by Derek Carr last week. Like that matchup. Stafford going here in just a few minutes against Houston. A good matchup for Stafford. Still going to give the advantage to Brady. Can't go against the GOAT, especially on Thanksgiving weekend. That's when he performs best. He's a November guy. Loves the month of November. Loves the crisp in the air. Usually a Boston guy down in Florida this year. Let's see how he adapts. Looking at the running back position here, Jonathan Taylor, David Johnson, for Slater and Goldman, Alvin Kamara, Kareem Hunt for Brett Kohler. This is the one spot where Kohler has the advantage, is the running back position. Kamara and Hunt have been absolute dynamite for him this year. Unfortunately, the rest of the team has let him down. Advantage to Kohler. Again, projections 111.8 to 106.6 for Kohler. Looking at wide receivers in flex, Devontae Parker, Justin Jefferson, Travis Kelce, Corey Davis for Jordan Allen, Chris Godwin, Amari Cooper, Noah Fant, and Raheem Mostert, who is a questionable off the IR this week, was going to be part of the three-headed monster. Let's see if it pays off for him. I still give the advantage to Slater and Goldman. Love that tight end play by Kelce. Devontae Parker going to have a nice day against the New York Jets, as well as Jefferson against Carolina. Look for the matchup advantage there for Mallon. Again, advantage Mallon. Looking at the defenses here, Chicago Packers going against Chicago Dolphins going against the Jets, both with great matchups. Going with the Dolphins, though, Brian Flores has put together a fantastic defense down there on South Beach. They're not just posting over the beach anymore. They're making plays, making turnovers, causing turnovers. Lowest points per game in the league, Miami Dolphins. And fun fact, bet you didn't know that, advantage Kohler. Looking at the kickers here, Harrison Buckkicker going against Tampa Bay, Jason Sanders going against New York. Love that Jets play. Love the amount of Dolphins Kohler has going. Going to give the advantage of the kicker to Kohler. And I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to say it. I'm going to pick Jordan Allen to win the game, though, because there's no way Team Suck bounces back. Despite his good feelings every week, despite all his moves, despite what he has done, Kohler's team sucks. Slater and Goldman's team is better. Advantage Jordan Allen. Moving on to our next matchup, folks. That's right, we're already blowing through these matchups. Swiss Cheese Matrix 4-7 needs a win. Super Spreader needs a win to get into that playoff hunt, to stay in the playoff hunt, to get that first round bye. Good for Shano, second year of the league, looking to get a first round bye. Let's see if he can pull it off. 104.2 projection for Hummel, 120.4 projection for the Super Spreader Shane Warman. Rodgers going against Chicago Sunday night. Mahomes going up against Tampa Bay and Tom Brady. Got to give the advantage to Mahomes. He's been absolutely electric. He's Albert Einstein. He's got the hair going everywhere. He's going crazy. Electricity, all that kind of crazy stuff. Throwing arms, throwing bazookas, throwing cannons, bazooka bubblegum, Patrick Mahomes. Looking at the matchups in the running back here, huge advantage for Shane Warman. Damian Harris, Frank Gore for Hummel, Dalvin Cook, Antonio Gibson for Super Spreader Shane Warmouth. Love those plays by Warmouth. Dalvin Cook has been toting the ball for the Purple People Eaters. He's eating up yards, eating up touchdowns. Great play, Shane Warmouth. Looking at the wide receivers, though, Terry McLaurin, Tyler Lockett, Evan Ingram, Will Fuller for Tom Hummel. Not a bad play there. Going against Darius Slayton, Michael Thomas, Hunter Henry, and Marvin Jones Jr. I actually am going to give the advantage to Hummel here. I like the McLaurin play against Dallas this afternoon. Nice matchup for Lockett against Philadelphia, what is a suspect Philadelphia Eagles secondary, despite the trade for Darius Slay this offseason from Detroit. Nice play there. Will Fuller could have a nice day this morning as well, coming up here in just a few minutes. I think he'll have a nice day against the Detroit secondary. Sorry, I had an itch in my leg. Sweatpants aren't the most comfiest, but they are comfy. It's a holiday season. That's what I'm doing. It's better than my suit. Here we go. Moving on, advantage Tom Hummel. Looking at the defenses here, Washington going up against the Dallas Cowboys here later this afternoon. Browns going against Jacksonville. Like the Browns play. I think Myles Garrett's going to be a sack monster. He's going to really get to Mike Glennon, who's making his first start since 2017. Look for him to have a big day going against the Jaguars. Advantage, Shane Warmouth. Now looking at the kickers here, Tyler Bass going against Zane Gonzalez. I can't pick a guy whose last name is Bass. It's also bass. Depending on what genre you're looking for. You're looking for music, it's bass. If you're looking for fishing, it's a bass. This guy has a big ass. That's also what BASS stands for. And I think that's because he has powerful legs, he's a good kicker. Advantage, Tom Hummel. That was so bad. But still, the Mahomes, Cook, Thomas trio, too much for Tom Hummel this week. I'm going super spreader with my pick. Shane Warner probably going to get a first-round bye this year. Looking like a real contender there at the top of the league. Moving on to the next matchup. That's right, return of the Walrus, Cuckoo, Kajou. Going against the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Probably one of our biggest matchups of the week. And that's right, folks. It's actually the matchup of the week. You guessed it. Returning the Walrus, Justin Herbert at quarterback going against Buffalo. Like that play. Ben Roethlisberger going against Baltimore. Like that play, but like the Herbert play better. He's been absolutely electric so far for the Los Angeles Chargers. Advantage, Walrus, 9-2 team. Again, the projection's 118.4 for him, 103.8 for Cameron. Oof, not looking good, Cameron, on the projections. Let's see if he can turn those things around. Turn it around just like I turned around here. And looking at the running back positions, James Robinson and Miles Sanders going against for the Walrus, Edwards-Helaire and Carson for Cameron Herman. Both big matchups. Really like both running back positions. I like the running backs better for Cameron Herman. This is brought to you by Nestle Pure Life Water. That's right, folks. Nestle, when you need water, drink Nestle. Anyways, looking at it here, I'm going to give the advantage to the running backs. I like Edwards-Helaire. I think he's about to have a merge here late in the season. Chris Carson going up against Philadelphia. Like that matchup, bouncing back for him. Looking at the wide receivers here, A.J. Brown, Julio Jones, Darren Waller, Cole Beasley, Rex Golterman, Robert Woods, Deontay Johnson, Dallas Goedert, Allen Robinson II going against for Cameron. I'm going to give the advantage here to Golterman. I like the Brown play, despite what's a good Indianapolis secondary. He's really been connecting with Tannehill lately, getting in the end zone, getting those yards. Guy's a tough player. Really like his plays here. Julio Jones going to have a great day against Vegas. Waller going to have an even better day against Atlanta. He's got the advantage in 3 out of the 4 spots. And to me, I simply cannot ignore that numerical advantage. Advantage, Max Golterman. Looking at the defenses here, Steelers defense for Golterman, Ravens defense, and what has the battle been early? It was supposed to be today. A Thanksgiving game today. Canceled because of COVID. Hope everybody's safe. Advantage Steelers defense. Justin Tucker going against Koo. Can't bet against Koo. Not going to roll the dice against him. That guy's got a leg. He's an animal. He's a beast. Best player on Cameron's team. Koo, advantage him. I'm still going to give the advantage to the Walrus, though. Cuckoo Kajou, he is the Eggman. He is the Walrus. He's going to get his 10th victory of the season, securing that number 1 playoff seed. This guy's a champion. He's a hell of a fantasy football player. Max Golterman, congratulations on assembling another fantastic football team. Now looking at the rest of the league here, we're going on to our next matchup. That's right, the Count of Chicago trying to stay at last place for back-to-back years. Going against what is a good sprung football team. A good name and a good football team right in the middle of the playoff hunt once again. Count of Chicago projected at 100.8 to 119.7 for sprung football team. Let's find out why. Tannehill going up against that Indianapolis defense, which is feisty. Love the Josh Allen play for sprung. Definite advantage at the quarterback position for sprung going against that Chargers defense. Running back Mike Davis bouncing back for Count of Chicago. Really needed that to stay out of last place. But he's going up against what is an okay Minnesota run defense. J.D. McKissick can be sneaky good, but he's not as good. But, you know, I don't even know who the 2 running backs are for this run team, but they are projected to outscore both the Flowers teams, but I'm still going Flower. I like McKissick. I think he's going to have a nice day receiving the ball for Washington a little bit later this afternoon against what is a suspect Dallas defense, although they're playing a little bit better of lately. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. And Mike Davis probably going to have a nice day against Minnesota. Looking at the wide receivers, though, this is where Sprunk always takes the cake. In every matchup projection I do every week, Sprunk has the advantage in the wide receiver tight end flex positions. And I'll tell you what. Claypool, Kupp, Hawkinson, Fulgham for Flower, Adams, Diggs, Gronkowski, Ridley for Sprunk. Got to give the advantage there. Ridley, I think, is going to have a really nice day against Vegas for a bounce-back game. Diggs is going to exploit that Los Angeles Chargers secondary. Adams is probably the only guy Rodgers throws to. The amount of targets he gets, the amount of... It's a fantastic wide receiver room. Looking at the defenses here, Saints defense going against the Denver Broncos and Drew Lock, the turnover-prone Drew Lock. Those going against Tennessee. Got to give the advantage there to the Saints defense. I think they're going to get a few turnovers off Lock, especially long story short, a few turnovers off Lock. Chris Boswell going against Daniel Carlson. Love the Carlson play for Sprunk. Got a nice day for Vegas in Atlanta, in a dome, in a controlled environment. It's going to put up some field goals. I'm going to give advantage to Sprunk team. I love that wide receiver room, and ESPN loves his running back room. Seth Amon and Wayne Gallman. Josh Allen, I think, is a fantastic play as well. The quarterback position. Sorry, Mark Flower going to move to 3-9 this week. Sprunk moving to 7-5, right in the thick of the playoff hunt, right where he usually is. Looking at the rest of the matchups here, folks. That's right, we have 2 more matchups. Hungry Dogs running faster. A team with an illegal name, an illegal team name. Hungry dogs run faster. This is a guy who commissions the league and is doing it the wrong way. Trump Train, I don't even know how to project this matchup because you don't have anybody in your starting lineup. So 118 projection for Hungry Dogs Run Faster. Trump Train at 31.9. Keeping us on our toes. Quarterback matchup, Philadelphia. Russell going against Philadelphia. Deshaun going against Detroit. I actually like Deshaun there. I'm going to give the advantage to Cole there with Deshaun play. Here's what Hungry Dogs Faster has in his lineup. Jacobs, Balaj, Metcalf, Evans, Hurst, blank, blank, blank. Looking at the rest of the lineup here, we only have Suckup in for Cole. Is he throwing the game for Hungry Dogs Run Faster? I really hope not. This is actually, I'm going to address this here. I'm not even going to give these guys the matchup preview. Put the damn players in your lineup. Todd works hard. Todd does what he does. He's up here on Thanksgiving morning, up and early, trying to project your matchup, trying to get you guys a video, trying to have something to be thankful for. And this is what you do to him? This is what you do? You just leave guys on the bench. You have empty bench slots as left and right. Put your guys in the lineup. Let me do my projection. Let me do my job. I am disappointed in both of you. And I hope you both lose. I hope you tie this week. I hope you tie. On the bench, though, you have Henry, Chubb, Lindsey, Madison, Andrews, June. You know, again, I'm not even going to give you the time of day. Put people in your lineup. I'm tired of these games. It's Thanksgiving. It's end of 2020. We're almost through the end of the year. Not like it's going to be much better in 2021 because this shit's still going to be going on. But I don't want to see this shit anymore. I like the players you have on your bench, Cole. I think you're going to win the game. I hope you're not throwing it. I hope you're not throwing it. Anyways, moving on to our next matchup, folks. We have Hail Murray versus Little Deuce Coupe. This is match for the week number 2. Both of these teams need to win to stay in playoff contention, and we'll talk about why. 108.6 projection for Dylan Crane. Hail Murray, 117.4 for Mike Zimmerman projected to win this game. Kyler Murray against New England. Lamar Jackson going against Pitcher. Don't like that matchup for Lamar. Like that matchup for Kyler. Advantage Crane there. Looking at the running back position, Zeke going against Washington earlier. Naeem Hines going against Tennessee. Aaron Jones, James Conner for Michael Zimmerman. Going Zimmerman here. Like the running back room, like the matchups. Jones going to have a nice day against Chicago. I think Conner's going to have a better day than Hines does. I think he's hit or miss. Jonathan Taylor's starting to see more carries in the Indianapolis backfield. Looking at wide receiver position, Tyreek Hill, Keenan Allen, Mike Gesicki, Gus Edwards for Zimmerman, Cooks, Samuel, Graham, Hopkins for Crane. Wow, this is interesting for me. I like Tyreek Hill. I like Keenan Allen. I'm going Zimmerman here. Yeah, I'm going Zimmerman. I just don't think Jimmy Graham has enough gas in the tank left to beat Zimmerman. Love the Gesicki matchup against the New York Jets. I think he's going to get a touchdown for sure. That's a good play by Zimmerman. Keenan Allen going to have a nice day against that Buffalo secondary. Tyreek Hill always really connecting with Mahomes. Real advantage here is in the flex position for Crane, DeAndre Hopkins. But again, Gus Edwards starting to get a lot of carries in that Baltimore backfield. I think he might be due for a touchdown. Good PPR play. Looking at defenses here, Vikings defense going up against the Giants defense in Cincinnati. Cincinnati playing a guy that was on the practice squad like the Giants play. Advantage Michael Zimmerman. Kickers here, Blankenship, Goggles, Prater for Zimmerman playing here in just a few minutes. Blankenship can't go against my guy Goggles. I'm giving the advantage to him, but I'm giving the advantage in the game to Michael Zimmerman. I think he's going to move to 6-6. Crane's playoff hopes kind of going down the drain. But maybe. It all really depends on the matchups. If Trump Train decides to throw his game like it looks like he's trying to against Hungry Dogs Run Faster, that would be the travesty of the season. But again, it's going to be a close matchup. I think this matchup is going to be a lot closer than projections are saying. I'm your host, Todd Berman Jr. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I hope you enjoy all the football today, enjoy the time with your family. And again, thankful for you, the viewers. Again, I'm Todd Berman Jr. I can say again, and again, have a great rest of the day. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.